It's 5:07 p.m. Your last meeting ended 20 minutes ago. You finish the report. You answer the emails. There's nothing left on your to-do list. And yet, your cursor hovers over the Slack icon. Your thumb hovers over your phone. And a voice in your head says, just check one more time. Not because something is urgent, but because closing your laptop and walking to your couch feels wrong. Like you're cheating. Like the workday isn't over until someone gives you permission to leave. Except nobody's there. No boss walking past your desk. No coworker packing up. No lights flickering off. Just you in your kitchen feeling guilty about stopping work in the same room where you started it. If you work from home, you know this feeling. Here's why your brain does this, why it's not your fault, and the 4-step fix. When you worked in office, your workday had a physical ending. At 5 p.m., you stood up, put on your coat, and left. The lights turned off. The building locked. Your computer stayed at your desk. Your brain reads environments. The office meant focus. Your home meant rest. Separate spaces, separate rules. Then your company sent you home with a laptop. Nobody told your brain your kitchen table was now an office, your bedroom a conference room, your couch a desk. Your brain uses physical spaces to organize behavior. When you walk into a gym, your brain prepares for exercise. When you walk into a library, it prepares for focus. These context-dependent behaviors are hardwired. Remote work destroyed the contexts. It collapsed every space into one. Your brain got confused. It started treating your entire home like an office. So it never fully turns on and never fully turns off. Psychologists call this context collapse. Normally, your brain has different contexts. Work means desk and computer. Rest means couch and TV. When separate, your brain switches easily. At home, those contexts get dumped into the same container. Your couch is for Netflix and emails. Your kitchen is for dinner and Zoom calls. Your bed is for sleeping and checking Slack at midnight. Your brain defaults to the most urgent context it detects, and work is almost always more urgent than rest. Your brain doesn't think. It's 5 p.m., time to relax. It thinks, I'm in the same room where I work, so I should keep working. It thinks, there's a laptop right there, so work wins. This is why you can't log off. Your brain doesn't know the game has ended. There's no referee blowing a whistle. Just you, in an environment that looks the same at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., trying to convince yourself one means go and the other means stop. You're losing because your environment is stacked against you. Context collapse explains why your brain can't turn off, but it doesn't explain the guilt. The guilt comes from the visibility trap. In an office, people saw you. Your boss saw you at your desk. Your coworkers saw you in meetings. That visibility was annoying, the theater of busyness, but it was proof. Proof you worked. Proof you deserved your paycheck. Remote work took that away. Your brain hates uncertainty, so it replaces physical visibility with digital visibility. That's why you keep Slack open, answer emails in 5 minutes, and feel anxiety when your status turns yellow. Your brain learned a dangerous equation. If they can't see me, I have to prove I'm here. The tools exploit this. Slack shows when you're active. Teams shows when you're away. Email shows when you read something. Every tool is surveillance, and you've internalized it. At 5 p.m., your brain runs a calculation. If I log off now, will people think I'm not working hard? If I don't answer until tomorrow, will my boss think I'm slacking? This isn't paranoia. It's a rational response to an irrational system. You've been conditioned to believe availability equals productivity. In a remote environment where nobody can see you, availability becomes your only currency. Now the hardest part, at 5 p.m., when you should stop, part of you wants to keep checking. Not because you have to, because it feels good. This is the dopamine loop. Your home office is a casino where the slot machine is always within arm's reach. Every time you check Slack and there's a message, your brain gets dopamine. Someone needs me. But here's the trick. Even when there's no message, your brain gets a different hit. Relief. Phew, nothing blew up. I'm safe. Either way, checking is rewarding and your brain starts to crave the loop. This is the same mechanism as slot machines. Variable reinforcement. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, but you never know which, so you keep pulling the lever. Your phone is the lever. Slack is the slot machine. And your brain sits there at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., pulling it over and over because it's easier than trusting that work is actually over. Willpower doesn't work here. Your brain has been trained to associate Slack with safety, breaking that requires a system. So what do? You can't just set boundaries. Your brain doesn't work that way. You need a shutdown ritual. Physical cues that tell your brain, in a language it understands, that work is over. Step 1. The physical act. Close your laptop. Not sleep mode. Close it. Turn off your monitor. Your brain needs to see the tool is no longer available. When closed, it's an object. When open, it's a portal to infinite work. Close the portal. Step 2. The verbal cue. Say out loud, I'm done for today. It sounds ridiculous, but auditory confirmation is one of the most powerful ways to shift your brain state. When you hear yourself say it, your brain processes it as a command, not a thought, a command. Step 3. The transition. Do something only for non-work. Walk around the block. Change your clothes. Make a specific drink. Put on a playlist. Light a candle. Anything your brain learns to associate with work is over. This is stimulus control. You're creating a new context. The key is consistency. Do it every day. Your brain is a pattern matching machine. Get a pattern. Step 4. The digital shutdown. Close Slack. Close Teams. Close email. Not minimize. Close. If your team needs you, they'll call. But 99% of the time, they don't. They just need you available tomorrow. If you're thinking, but what if something urgent happens? Ask yourself, how many true emergencies happened in the last 6 months? And how many times did you check Slack at 8 p.m. for something that could wait until morning? Your brain tells you everything is urgent. Your brain is lying. Most things are noisy, not urgent. The guilt at 5 p.m. isn't a character flaw. It's not laziness. It's not lack of discipline. It's your brain navigating an environment it was never designed for. One with no off switch, no physical boundaries, and a culture that confuses availability with value. You are not broken. Your brain is doing its best in a broken system. Tonight, when your workday ends, try the ritual. Close the laptop. Say the words. Take the walk. Close the apps. Then let yourself rest. Not because you've earned it, because you're a human being, not a machine. Drop a comment. What's the latest you've just checked Slack for no reason? Mine was 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. I was in bed. Nothing was there. Let's normalize talking about this. Want more remote work psychology? Subscribe. Next week, why waiting 3 hours for a Slack reply feels like emotional rejection. The science is wild.